This cockatoo's trying to tell me he's hungry. I was just sitting inside here on the couch with the dogs watching TV. And they get a bit cheeky when I ignore them. They start walking around on the deck outside the window, trying to get me to come outside, aren't you? Alright, let's go. Let's see if I can keep the dogs inside. No dogs. You dogs stay out there for a minute. So there's a cockatoo there. There's another cockatoo up there. Got a couple of galahs. Oh, they just flew away. Alright, you. Do you want me to feed you? Come on then. Let's go. You're going to sit up there? Alright. Come over this way. Come on. Let's go. Let's get down into this seed container. I have actually already put out a scoop of food today, but I guess it's all been eaten. Can't keep track of all the food you guys are eating, hey? Oh, where are we going? Over there. Alright. Here you go. So, as you can see, he's not as friendly as our usual little scruffs. He probably doesn't like the camera. I don't usually have the camera on him. He'll come down in a minute. You guys are very noisy. Oh, Corella. Yes, you're not very nice, are you? Shooing the cockatoos away. You're half their size and you still get to shoo them away. Yeah. You vicious little bird, aren't you? Yes, you are. G'day guys, welcome back. So I'm doing the Liquitex Basics haul. That was the last one that I did. Did you guys all see that one? That was with the global paints in blues and black and white. And now I'm going to do the same thing. I've used the same cups. I had a little tiny bit of paint left over and I've just kept it in the cups. Added more pouring medium, 60% glue, 40% water. So I had, in these, I added 40 grams of pouring medium and 30 grams of my Liquitex Basics. I can't go one-to-one with these as I do with the global because these are thicker. So that's what I've done. And I've pretty much got the same colours as I did with my global, and I've just substituted them for the Liquitex Basics. I'll show you what colours they are when I flip the cup over. I'm going to do the same as I did with the last one. I think I did 4 drops, didn't I? Did I do 4 just in the blues? I think I did. Maybe I did 3. I can't remember. Let's just do 3. I think that one had 4 in it. Oh, there we go, 4. They've got 4. I can't remember. I was about to video straight away, except my phone, which is up there on the tripod, it only had 12% battery, so I thought, oh, I better not risk it. So I went and sat down with the dogs, watched half a movie, and then I got up and I thought, I'll go and see how much battery I've got left. And yeah, it's up to 40%, so I'll do this quickly. Rightio, let's do it. I'm going to put 2 layers of paint in my cup. Oops, I better put a bit more white in that, I think. Make sure it's half of what I've got left here. I don't use Liquitex Basics very much. They are a lot more expensive than the globals. One of these, 118 grams, is about $12, I think. And for about $12.50 I can buy a litre of the global. So it's a huge difference. So I don't buy these very often. Lincraft was having a sale, 40% off, so I did go and get some a few days ago. And I've been using them in my cloud pours as well. Did you see the cloud pours with the yellow and the purple and the oranges, things like that? So I've been using them there. But I don't tend to use them a lot. They're just too expensive. It's fine if I'm just doing a little pour like this, but when I'm doing a huge pour, you know, that I might use three or 4 litres or kilos of mixed paint, it's just too expensive. I've got a little bit of paint left in here. I don't need all this paint. So I'll just move these cups out of the way. There's probably only about a centimetre left in the bottom of all of those, so maybe I can do like a little mini pour at some stage with those. There's quite a lot of white in this. It might be a lot lighter than my previous pour was. Righto, colours. This one's Mars Black. I do like the Mars Black over the Ivory Black. The Ivory seems to be a little bit more of a grey tone. Light Blue Permanent. That's opaque. The black's opaque. I'm calling that one Phthalo Blue. Phthalo-cyanine. We'll call it Phthalo Blue. It's also opaque. This one, I had to scrape that out, and it's really weird in there. Look at this. I don't know whether it's just because it's old, but it was all claggy and lumpy and jelly-ish. So yeah, I don't know what happened there, but I gave it a really good stir. But that's what I do. I cut them in half, and then I can scrape all the paint out. That one's called Cerulean Blue, and then just some titanium white, and that one as well. It's empty, so that can go in the bin. Righto, let's flip this baby over. See what we've got. I never like this end bit here. I always end up tipping that off. That last little bit that comes out of the cup, it's not that attractive. It's very similar in look at the moment. Let's do some torching. A lot of paint on here. I probably didn't need such a big cup full. But it'd be interesting to see whether the white comes through more, because I tend to lose the white when I'm using the global paints. It's never really as dominant as I would like. I get the occasional white ring around cells, but not as much as I tend to get when I'm using a different brand. Got a big cluster there. Trying not to get too close, but it's really hard. You go up high and nothing happens, so you go down a little bit and then you're too close. It's sort of hard to get the right height. So got some lovely white cells around here. Not a lot. I thought I would have had more. Got a lot of black cells coming up here. Now what did I say was the... Oh, that's opaque as well. That's opaque. Are they all opaques? I think they are. This blue's opaque. That's opaque. Yep, they're all opaques, which is a shame. Would have been nice if I'd had a couple of semi-opaques popping up. Wow, look at that. Okay, where do I want to tilt? Some of this plain black can go. I can see it, but you probably can't see it from where you are. It's got this cerulean blue around the black cells. So it's quite clustery there. So let's take some of that off first. Really pretty cells though. But again, not a lot of white has come through. I'm going to go nice and slow. I do need to get that blob off there. And a little bit of that black because it's a bit much. But as I tilt the canvas, those cells are going to actually roll over themselves. So they will naturally go a little bit anyway. I'm not going to take too much off just yet. I'd rather go around once and then have a look at it and see where else I need to get some cells off. So that's quite clustery just there as well. That went over quite easily. So I've got a lot of paint on the surface, so that makes it easy. When you've got a lot of paint, it moves around nicely. You don't have to overstretch things. I don't want to lose those little bits of blue there, although they might end up going anyway. Alrighty, let me have a look at this and see what's covered and what's not covered. So can you guys see any difference with the Liquitex Basics to the Global? Probably leaving too much paint on the surface here. Oh, that's the area there, that blobby bit that I need to get off. That was the bottom of the cup when I drag or flipped it over that I needed to get off. And I probably need to move everything down there a bit because that's a lot of blank area there. So I'll take that off and then I'll come back and do this bit here. So move the paint to where you want it to go. Now I want the paint, be careful I'm not dripping on the surface, I want the paint to be here so that I can go that way. So I need to move it into the middle. And then I can aim it that way to get rid of those. Just let that go over and then I'll stop there. Let's have a look at it. That's a lovely round cell, isn't it? So gorgeous. What else? What else? Don't really want to lose that blue. I know it's only half a cell, but we'll keep it. There's really not much for me to do, really. I don't want to tilt that way because I don't want to lose that. And if you start tilting anymore, these are going to lose their round shapes. It's a little bit clustery here. You know, the cells are a little bit small and squished into each other, which I don't like, but that's because I torched too close. So what do we think? Do we like the Liquitex Basics? I'm not going to torch again because I don't want to get any little tiny cells popping up. I like the big cells. The black's a lot more dominant in this one as it was compared to the Global. Just cover that. See a tiny little bit of canvas there. Where else? I think that's covered. Nice big cells. Again, haven't got a lot shining through. I need to pop a bubble. With this big torch, you can't get close enough to actually pop bubbles. Where did I see it? I've lost it now. If you get close enough that you're popping bubbles, you're too close. Oh, I've lost it now. Oh, there he is, shining in the light. Got him. Yeah, so if you get close enough to pop those bubbles, you're too close. trying to open up this cluster a bit. Bring the weight back to the center. All right, I'm happy with that. Leaving it, backing away. Look at these giant cells here. They look like slices of agates. I used to make agate jewelry. Right, let's have a look. That's the Liquitex Basics. I personally think the cells are bigger. That's the global. I'm thinking the Liquitex Basics, the colours are a bit more bright. The black is standing out more. The black's a bit dull there. It's brighter there. Not a lot of difference, I guess. Just put them next to each other here. I'll take you down for a close-up. Hopefully they're in frame. Get my grubby gloves off. Rightio. What do you think? They make a nice set though, don't they? I think I'll be varnishing those. I personally prefer the Liquitex Basics one, the one on the left. What do you guys think? Or maybe you can't see any difference. That's okay if you can't. I've been doing this a long time. I know, you know, what I'm looking for. Even if it's just a tiny little difference, I still know what I'm looking for, and I can see the difference. So let's walk this up. That was the global one. You've seen that one already in the last video. And here's the new one. Oops, that's a bit dark. So really pretty cells. I'm hoping that's focusing. And then in here, we've got that light blue around the darker cells. Got some white background up there. Got some white rings happening around those cells up there. And if I torched in this dark area, I would get blue cells. See those little tiny blue ones popping up? But I don't want to. I want to leave the background. Otherwise it would just be way too busy. So that's it there. Rightio. Yeah, I think it's a little bit different. The result from the Liquitex Basics, they are a more highly pigmented paint, so you are going to get a better result. That's the two of them together. Little set. Alrighty, thanks for watching. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I'm running out of ideas. What do you guys want me to do? Let me know if you've got some ideas of what you want me to do. And I'll see if I can accommodate. Alright, I'll see you soon. Bye for now.